Guys, look at how I sleep with my hair. The reason I sleep with it like this is because if you're gonna put any kind of artificial hair on your head, you are growing natural hair. You have to keep the hair oiled and saturated. And it's just like a flower pot. If you keep water on it and I put the oil right in the water, and sometimes I just take my hand and rub the olive oil or the coconut oil on there. But if you're going to grow your hair, you have to cover it with a cap and make sure it's braided or twisted and then put the wig on there. You can't just, because the wig will break your hair off because it has nothing in between to protect the hair. And this will help your hair get a lot of oil, a lot of air when you come home in the evening time. At night, I tie it with a scarf and then I go to sleep. But I always keep this water in it because just like a flower pot need water and seeds, some type of fertilizer, your hair need water and oil, to grow. And you need to be taking a biotin for healthy insides and other vitamins as well. I use an oil that if it get on my skin, it won't hurt me. That's the oil I use in my hair, and I use water. You put that water on there 3 times, at least twice a day, because the third time you probably get your hair covered up in a wig or some other. But what I'm on here to talk to you about is in the summertime, when you have to eat, and it's hot, you don't want to eat a heavy breakfast in the summertime, right? Eat fruit. That's what I do in the summer. I eat fruit, or sometimes I just drink liquids if I'm fasting. You just eat fruit. You can even eat fruit and consider it a fast because it's both mostly liquid. So I got this right here. This is your summer charcuterie board. You go to the dollar store and they have all of the boards. They have different sizes and shapes of platters. And what you want to do when you get, I'm going to get about 3 or 4 more of these from the dollar store because I'm using them for fruits and sandwiches in the summertime, little finger sandwiches. You get up in the morning. This is how you prepare enough fruit for yourself and the next person. And when you get through, you wrap this with plastic and stick it in the fridge so it'll get cool. And when it cools, you guys dibble off of it in the morning. You can dibble off of it all the way through the lunch hour. What I'm having for a cup of coffee. This is 8 ounces. And then, because I don't see a small enough coffee cup, you know how you want to drink an 8-ounce coffee cup of cup? But when I go to the store, they never have an 8-ounce coffee cup. The coffee cups they have now are 12 ounces. When you're trying to weight loss, you want to eat everything in a smaller size portion. So we're doing strawberries and watermelon on our summer charcuterie board. And we're going to eat them for breakfast. Because what you do in the summer is you buy a lot of fruit, right? So the best way to get through that fruit is to have it for breakfast. If you get watermelon and add that or some type of a melon, you're gonna get really full. Just don't have just blueberries and strawberries. Have the blueberries, have the strawberries, but have watermelon or some type of a melon on that plate. Because if you don't cut those strawberries up, they're going to go bad. So instead of just eating oatmeal, mostly I eat oatmeal in the summer with blueberries on top. But this way, if I don't want to take the time out to eat the oatmeal, you cut your strawberries and your watermelon up. Make it really pretty. Make them in big enough chunks that somebody can eat them. Make it really pretty. Put it on a platter and wrap it up in the fridge. Just like you would go to Jewel's and get a tray that's already cut. People want to get trays that's already cut, but guess what? They charge you more money for that. And they only charge you the money because they cut the tray. There's people in different parts, they cut it. Sometimes it come in already cut. They got people in different places cutting up fruit and putting it in containers to sell. But guess what? If you buy the fruit that's on sale, you save the money. And if you get up a few minutes early while everybody's asleep cut that fruit up, make it look nice, they're gonna grab and go. And before they grab, say, hey, make sure you wash your hands and face in the morning, guys, or whatever, before you come. Some people come straight to the kitchen, right from the bed. They don't wash nothing. I'm like, oh my God. Wash something. We don't know where your hands been on. Like, wash your hands. Then they can come and get you a little mini bowls. So I got a big platter because I love fruit. Look at how big my platter is. And I want enough so that I can eat it for a longer period of time. If I had 2 packages of strawberries would be better. But I only got like a half a pack of leftover strawberry. Well, just about all the strawberry that I got on that platter. The rest I'm gonna put this watermelon. I'm gonna add this watermelon. It's just a mini watermelon. And my daughter was in the store yesterday and she said, Ma, these are on sale. Do you want one? You get 2 for $5 or something. So I said, sure, I want one. But I eat watermelon all summer because watermelon will help you lose weight. Because you feel like you ate something, but you only had a lot of water, basically. And the sugar that's in it is not going to harm you. You just want to make sure that when you open it, it's good. And nothing's wrong with it. It's good watermelon. I almost lost all my fruit. I always try not to get on the end of the table. So, okay. What I do when I want to do something quick, when I cut it in half, I just go around in a circle like this with a knife. This assures that when I cut it on the inside, it's just going to come right out. I ain't got to play around with this thing. Cut it in nice chunks. And cut it in nice chunks. And just lay it out on the platter. The watermelon. Just bring it on out like that. It's going to come right on out. You get down lower, then you might have to go down a little deeper, but the chunks fall right out. These are platters. Now, if you're having yard summer parties, you can buy a lot of platters. You're going to have to cover them with plastic. This is not seedless watermelon, so that's probably why it was marked down. See, they'll sell seedless watermelon higher. This got seeds in it. But you're going to cover it with some cling wrap or some type of covering and stick it back in the fridge. But if you're having a yard party, the day of the party, the same way you get up and cut this for yourself for breakfast, you're going to take a couple of platters and cut this up. If you're having a lot of guests, you're going to get a lot of platters. And just cut them up and set them all in the fridge. You can also take the same platters like this and make sandwiches and stick them on toothpicks for guests. Make any kind of type meat or cheese or pate or whatever and stick them on the platter. And they also have, in the dollar store, they have different type of containers that have tops on them. You can set containers out if you don't mind people taking them when they drink out of them. You don't want to, you know, depending on if you got a small one, I guess I would do that. If you got 10 guests, 6 guests, I would buy 10 plastic cups with the top so that if they want to keep mixing their drink, you use that same thing and put the top on it so the bugs not flying in there. Now we have room on this platter because it's a big platter to do another half. If you want to just do this and save this in the fridge, you could just do half, you know, and put this half up. But you know what I mean? I'm gonna do the whole thing because I don't want to have to keep cutting it next time. So, so delicious. That's how you eat breakfast. These just plain fruit. When you have your coffee, big bottle of water, especially if it's a fast day, and nothing else until you get hungry again. You eat. If you have 2 cups or 3 cups of coffee, make sure the coffee is like this, only 8 ounces, because you're gonna have 2 or 3 more cups. You know, when I fast, I have about 3 cups of coffee because I be hungry and I don't want to eat. You can also have a smoothie on fast day in the morning, but I don't want to get the blender going. Plus, I don't want to use up my milk. But smoothies are very good because sometimes we don't get enough calcium. And when you're drinking almond and coconut milk, I believe they do put extra calcium in there for you. You know, you have to read it, but I believe it is extra calcium in there. So, I'm not doing a smoothie today because I don't have the blueberries and whatever I want to put in. All I have is strawberry and watermelon. So today I'm doing a fruit tray. For breakfast, I'm not going to have it for lunch and dinner. I'm only going to have a little bit for breakfast. But it will be in the fridge for my son. If he's hungry, he can eat fruit all day. And it's like I'm hungry. I will make tonight dinner. I went to a wing spot yesterday at my daughter's house. We eat probably the leftover wing that's in there. I got the 30-pound bag instead of the 13. I'm still trying to stretch that bag. But you see how nice that is? Look at that. That's your charcuterie board summer fruit tray. Look at that. That's nice. It's a really big tray. I'm going to hold it up and show you. It's a really big plastic tray. All it has on it is watermelon, and then it has a little bit of strawberry because I don't have much strawberry. See that? And what you want to do, this could be for 2 days of breakfast if we don't eat it today. But while I'm at work, he's going to eat this because he's going to be hungry. And it's not a lot of food here. And I'm not shopping until, you know, I wait till the last minute sometime and shop. But I probably won't shop until Monday. Monday is the best day for the sales at my store. That's when the old people are there. And sometimes I get my shopping on Monday. And the weekend is when I work and the store is very crowded, so I don't shop on the weekend. So this is the watermelon, right? Because you're on a fast, you're not going to be a hog. You're just going to get you a couple pieces because it'll ignite you to want to eat more and more and more. But you want a little something on your stomach. You have a calorie allowance of 100 calories for the day. So I don't know how many, but this has to be a small amount of calories. This is all I'm having. I'm going to have 1 cup of coffee. I got this electrolyte water. I'm going to have another cup of coffee, which will be 8 ounces. And I'm going to have another full body bottle of water. And that's it. And then after church, I'm going to have another cup of coffee and another big bottle of water. And that's it. That's it. And this is my calorie allowance for breakfast. I might have all of my supplements, but that doesn't amount to anything. All of my supplements, you gotta take those throughout the day. I don't take them all in the morning because I have to take my blood pressure pill. You get you some cling wrap, right? And you wrap that tray and stick it in the fridge. It smells really well, right? Really good. And all through the day, when people in the house want to have something healthy, guess what? They have a big board, a big charcuterie board, a summer board. This is called a summer charcuterie board. You have a big platter. I didn't make this paper long enough. So crazy. You have a big platter of fruit. They can just get in there. If their hands are clean, they can eat it right off the tray. If their hands are not clean, they can get them something in a fork and scrape them some on the plate or bowl. But you put a sign and say, wash your hands before you eat this tray. And this is what we have. Now, I'll have this tomorrow morning because he's not going to eat all of this fruit. I'll still have fruit on here for breakfast tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I can eat all the fruit I want. because fruit is healthy for you and it's not a lot of calories. But today, no. And you're gonna find a spot in your fridge that you can put this big tray. I just put mine right there when you open the door. So when he opened that door, he said, wow, watermelon. And he eat that, ooh, he's gonna get here. And I say, Mom, what's for breakfast? Because that fruit is gonna get it for her. And you can even, in the fridge, you can even pull the paper back a little bit so they can stick the hand in and get it out. I'm telling you guys, get them summer charcuterie boards at the Dollar Tree. You can put all kind of different snacks, all kind of fruit, anything you want to cook that nibbling with, because you're eating hand food in the summer because you're going to get fewer calories. But you got to limit your amount because you're weight lossing. All right, talk to you later.